Let me just lay out what I believe is happening here. Donnie's aggressive behavior, his increased detachment from reality, seemed to stem from his inability to cope with the forces in the world that he perceives to be threatening. Has he ever told you about his friend Frank?
Frank?
Yes, the giant bunny rabbit.
What?
I don't recall him ever having mentioned a rabbit.
Donnie is experiencing what is commonly called a daylight hallucination. This is a common occurrence among schizophrenics.
Our friend has superpowers, and she squeezed your tiny bladder with her mind. Shut up!
He's the one.
Which is the experience of watching myself disintegrate. I was turned into a sheaf of little papers the size of Post-its. And yet, who's this I who's observing this? There was this other consciousness that could watch myself decompose. Yet, I had no desire to pull it back together, to gather all those papers back together into my accustomed self. And then I looked out again, and I was spread over the landscape like a coat of paint. And that was me, out there. But I was perceiving this from this new vantage that I had never experienced before, that was fine with it, completely untroubled, objective, disinterested. And I don't know what that consciousness was to this day. Aldous Huxley would say it was the mind at large. It was some consciousness that transcends the personal. I don't know if that's true. I tend to believe consciousness is produced by the mind, by the brain. We get trapped in ego thinking, and the ego is can be very punishing. Freud wrote about that. Depression is the ego punishing itself, punishing the self. And so to have some relief from that harsh rule may be what's helping people break out of those habits of thought. The attitude of the psychiatric community, it depends who you talk to. Many psychiatrists would diagnose what I just described to you, my experience, as a psychotic episode. I think that's crazy. I think that shows there's a problem with their criteria, because it had no lasting negative effect. And yeah, I guess if your criteria say loss of personality, hallucinations, that sounds like psychosis, but in fact it's not. Whatever the mechanism is, whether you put it in spiritual terms or psychodynamic terms, they will be embraced.
Yeah.
Because you have to understand what a mental health crisis we're in. I mean, that rates of depression are up 18% worldwide, and just since 2005, there are 300 million people with major depression. 100 million of those have not responded to treatment. Suicide rates are climbing very quickly. And addiction is rampant. So we have a big problem, and we don't have a lot of tools.
Let's get out of here. Let's go. Go. Yeah, that's right. You better run. She's our friend and she's crazy. You come back here and she'll kill you. You hear me? She'll kill you, you sons of bitches.
What happened is objectively true. It's not just an opinion, it's not an insight, it's a revealed truth. And that authority is, I think, what allows people to actually change their behavior or their thinking after this. I interviewed smokers, and I would say, how were you able to stop smoking? And they would say things like, well, I realized my breath is precious, and how stupid to kill myself with cigarettes. Now, every smoker's had that thought, but it didn't stick. And with the psychedelic experience, it seems to be much stickier and persistent.
And that's what it's lost.
I think they're weird. I mean, it's important to understand that they'll be difficult to fit into the framework we have now of how we treat mental health, because you're really not prescribing a chemical exactly. You're prescribing an experience, and it is unless you have the experience, you don't have the effect, and that experience is a psychological experience. We've been used to either we do talk therapy or drug therapy. Here we have to combine both of them. And it really shouldn't even be called psychedelic therapy. It's psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. You need the guides, you need the whole package. And how is that going to work? The pharmaceutical industry is used to selling pills you take every day. This you're only going to do once or twice. So how do they make money from it? And the psychotherapy world also depends on interminable therapies coming back week after week after week. This involves two people for most of the day, once in a while. This could be a revolution in mental health care.
Mike Pollan, thank you so much for talking.
My pleasure, Tom.
Culture, and this is my message to artists and to anybody else who cares to know this, culture is a plot against the expansion of consciousness. And this plot prosecutes its goals through a limiting of language. Language is the battleground over which the fight will take place, because what we cannot say, we cannot communicate, and by say I mean dance, paint, sing, meme. What we cannot say, we cannot communicate. We can conceive of things, but we cannot communicate. We do not have centuries of gently unfolding time ahead of us in which to, gently tease apart the threads of the human endeavor and create a bright new world. That's not our circumstance. This is a fire in a madhouse. And to get a hold on the situation, I think we are going to have to force the issue. Well, one way of forcing the issue, or a chemical definition of forcing the issue when you're talking about a chemical reaction, is catalysis. We want to catalyze consciousness. We want to move it faster toward its goals, whatever those goals are. Are the custodians of the destiny of this planet. Our decisions affect every life form on the planet. And yet we are still communicating with each other with the extremely precise medium of small mouth noises mediated by ignorance and hate. This doesn't seem like the way to do business.
Okay.
So it was his conclusion after 14 years that the entire Christian religion was a gigantic misunderstanding. And what it really was about was psychedelic mushroom experiences and fertility rituals.
Okay.
And he broke down the word Jesus to an ancient word, an ancient Sumerian word that means a mushroom covered in God's semen. And the idea was that the rain, which would make everything grow, was God's cum. And that it wasn't a bad thing. Like, they didn't think of cum as bad. They wanted to live. Everybody wanted to have children. They wanted to prosper.
Yeah.
And that when the rain would come, the mushrooms would appear almost instantaneously. Like, have you ever seen how mushrooms appear after
it's overnight. Yeah. It's seconds. Yeah.
And when they would eat those, they would trip their fucking balls off. So they had decided that this was Jesus, and that this was
It was God's son.
Yes.
Like, God created this from this one seed.
But this is what Marco Allegro's his research was pointing to. He was trying to say that what was really going on was these people were trying to hide a lot of what these psychedelic rituals are from the Romans and from the people that captured them. So they hid them in stories and parables, and there was all sorts of problems in the translations. It's just like, you're taking things from ancient Hebrew and you're breaking it down to Latin and you're breaking it down to German and English. And
I can't believe you got a positive reception for this. You're taking on.
Didn't necessarily. The book got bought out by the Catholic Church and then recently reinstated. And then
What do you mean bought out?
They bought it. I think they took it off the market.
Wake up.
Come closer. Wear that stupid buddies. Why are you wearing that stupid man suit?
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. what it is. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is.
Operator.
Yeah, I need an exit fast.
Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply, and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. And the only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There is another organism on this planet that follows the same pattern. Do you know what it is? A virus. Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague.
It was more like you're supposed to say, you know, we're important. You're supposed to say it's all going to be all right, and you're supposed to say that, you know, whatever you dream can come true, and you're supposed to say all those things. I do believe in manifestation, power, that kind of stuff, but I don't believe that any of it matters. You know, this mattering is to me a human construct. To say the same way as you have to have deities and things like that. I believe in the energy of God, or the energy of you know, everything is divine. You know, there's no thing that isn't divine. Everything is divine, and I am that. And it doesn't matter to me what's happening. I'm finding that ultimately the freedom from it is something that people are kind of hungry for. They're like, I don't want to be me either. And I go, because I'm going to have it. Something that people would like, but it was a character, you know, so it's, you know, I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern, you know, and then at a certain point you go like, okay, well, that's great, but, you know.
You're dead, Carl. You say no to life, and therefore you're not living. You make up excuses to the people around you and to yourself. You're stuck in the same dead-end job you have been for years. You don't have a girlfriend. You don't have anything close to a girlfriend. And you lost the love of your life because she couldn't be with someone who didn't live theirs. We're gonna make a covenant, Carl. Do you want to make a covenant? The word is yes. once you leave this building, every time an opportunity presents itself, no matter what it is, you will say yes. Yes! Yes! Get away from you. See? The other one. You'll be making a promise to yourself. And when you break a promise to yourself, things can get a little dicey. What do you say, Cole? You ready to make a covenant? Yes? Yes! 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 Again. Yes. Yes! Say it again. Yes! Make me believe it. Yes! 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 Yeah!
I was asked by a group of children what to do if they were offered drugs. And I answered, just say no. Many of you may be thinking, well, drugs don't concern me, but it does concern you. It concerns us all. Every time a drug goes into a child, something else is forced out, like love and hope and trust and confidence. Drugs take away the dream from every child's heart and replace it with a nightmare.
America's public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse. In order to fight and defeat this enemy, it is necessary to wage a new all-out offensive. I have asked the Congress to provide the legislative authority and the funds to fuel this kind of an offensive. This will be a worldwide offensive, dealing with the problems of sources of supply as well as Americans who may be stationed abroad, wherever they are in the world. It will be government-wide, pulling together the 9 different fragmented areas within the government which this problem.
You know, the war on drugs is hypocrisy, man. That's why it's not going to work. It's fucking a lie. Alcohol and cigarettes kills more people than crack, coke, and heroin combined. So the war on drugs is really sort of a cocksuck, isn't it? You know, it's wild. You never see a positive drug story on the news, do you? You ever seen one? Isn't that weird? Don't you think that's strange? I mean, the news is supposed to be objective, isn't it? It's supposed to be the news. But every drug story is negative? Well, hope it. I've had some killer times on drugs. I'm not promoting it, but I'm not denying it. Let's hear the whole fucking story.
In new funds, which will bring the total amount this year in the budget for drug abuse, both in enforcement and treatment, to over $350 million. As far as the new money is concerned, I have made it clear to the leaders that if this is not enough, if more can be used, Dr. Jones, Kathy Austin, in order to defeat this enemy.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger. On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign.
Extricate ourselves. We're like policemen. We're not fighting a war. If we wanted to fight a war in Afghanistan and win it, I could win that war in a week. I just don't want to kill 10 million people. Does that make sense to you? I don't want to kill 10 million people. We have plans in Afghanistan, and if I wanted to win that war, Afghanistan would be wiped off the face of the earth. It would be gone. It would be over literally in 10 days. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to go that route.
Making a Happy Meal with Pollan friends.
Ta-da! Bravo! Hot fries coming through!
The Happy Meal isn't happy yet.
Gucci, Gucci,
One of the largest cognitive inconsistencies within the realm of diet today is the clashing of the belief that I am an animal lover with the reality that I eat animals. This paradox is rarely exposed, but is almost guaranteed to spark a reaction, an intense dissonance if pointed out. So, do you consider yourself an animal lover? Yeah, I would. Yeah. So why do you eat them? Yeah. Like Jake Gyllenhaal's character in Okja, some of them actually start tearing up because the cognitive dissonance is so strong. It is the clash between knowing that it is wrong to kill sentient beings and killing a sentient being. You just don't have to cry when decapitating broccoli. Yet the mind quickly and easily escapes the cognitive dissonance with justifications that are solely for the purpose of easing that tension. By now you may have gleaned that there are two main ways to alleviate cognitive dissonance. Option 1, change your behavior, or option 2, change your attitude toward or belief about that behavior. Remember when the WHO announced that processed meats and red meats were class 1A and 2A carcinogens? This threw people who eat such meats and view themselves as healthy into a state of cognitive dissonance, a widespread state of cognitive dissonance, essentially a pain. While a small fraction of the population chose option 1, change your behavior, to simply remove the carcinogens from their diet, the majority chose option B, change your attitude or simply BS your way out of it. Perhaps acquire new information. Weak information will do the job. What, Bob? It's a less potent carcinogen than cigarettes. That's all I needed. That's a great reason to put something in my body. Bye. Oh, sweet relief. Now I'm a healthy person again.
I've come to see the door to this world.
Huh?
This world has been connected.
Well, what are you talking about?
Tied to the darkness. Soon to be completely eclipsed.
Well, whoever you are, stop freaking me out like this. Huh? Well, where did you come from?
You do not yet know what lies beyond the door.
So you're from another world.
There is so very much to learn. You understand so little.
Oh yeah? Well, you'll see. I'm gonna get out and learn what's out there.
A meaningless effort. One who knows nothing can understand nothing.
Ha! Yeah, defense! Ha! Let's go! There! Ha! It's over! This is it! Okay! Take this! Give me strength! Rigu, heal! Yeah, defense! Let's go! There! It's over! This is it! Okay! Take this! Give me strength! Rigu, heal! Yeah, defense! Let's go! There! It's over! This is it! Okay! Take this! Give me strength! Rigu, heal! Yeah, defense! Let's go! There! It's over! This is it! Okay! Take this! Give me strength! Rigu, heal! Yeah, defense! Let's go! There! It's over! This is it! Okay! Take this! Give me strength! Rigu, heal! Yeah, defense! Let's go! There! It's over! This is it! Okay! Take this! Give me strength! Rigu, heal! Yeah, defense! Let's go! There! It's over. This is it. Okay. Yeah. Take this. Give me strength. Riku, heal. Yeah. Defense. Let's go. There. It's over. This is it. Okay. Yeah. Take this. Give me strength. Riku, heal.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not?
You can stop taking your medication. They're placebos, just pills made out of water.
Thank you.
Donnie. An atheist is someone who denies altogether the existence of God. You're an agnostic. An agnostic is someone who believes that there can be no proof of the existence of God, but does not deny a possibility that God exists.
Goodbye, Dr. Thurman. Do you believe in time travel?
Who are you talking to?
was just taking my pill, Sam.
I think all our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. You know, and I think that's what I suffered when I was 16 and 12, way down the line. But I expressed it differently all through my life. It's the same thing I'm expressing all the time, but now I can put it into that sentence. I think we're being run by maniacs, for maniacal ends, you know. If anybody can put on paper what our government and the American government, etc., and the Russian, Chinese, what they are actually trying to do,
you know, and what they think they're doing, I'd be very pleased to know what they think they're doing.
I think they're all insane. You know, I'm liable to be put away as insane for expressing that. You know, that's what's insane about it. Every country's had a violent revolution for one reason or the other. Not one of them has the freedom we're all talking about. So we're saying give peace a chance, you know, like nobody's ever done it before. And it's not a matter of...
We're not thinking in terms of 10 years, we're thinking in terms of peace forever, you know. And everybody's talking about now. I want peace now.
We can get peace now if we want it now. And the left wing talks about giving the power to the people. You know, anybody knows that the people have the power.
All we have to do is awaken the power in the people. The people are unaware. It's like they're not educated to realize that they have power. They put the politicians in power. They vote for the local mayor. The people do it. But the system is so geared that everybody believes that just the father will fix everything. The father being the government. Government will fix everything. It is all government's fault. You know, shaky fist of the government. Well, we are the government. The people are the government and the people have the power, but we must try and make them aware of this.
And Yoko was telling me about this great all ancient Chinese book which tells you how to fight the battle, you know. And it says the battle is always lost within the castle, you know, like America's falling within, not from the commies coming. It's falling apart inside.
And this book on how to fight the good fight says that never have every door shut. The enemy then will... Everybody's going to come round and attack. But if you leave one door open, you know where they're going to come in,
and then you get them.
So, intuitively, we're doing that. And we leave a door open. They're so busy shouting about haircuts and genitals and naked and long hair that they concentrate their ammunition there. We know where it comes from, and we get on with the job of selling or doing whatever we're doing. And I believe that. You leave the door open, and that's with the door they'll come in, you know. As a Beatle, we made it, and there was nothing to do.
We had money, we had fame, and there was no joy, you know. And then I met Yoko, and she was making it as an avant-garde artist, and we both tried to find something we had in common, a common goal in life,
because she couldn't rock and roll with me, and I couldn't avant-garde with her. I mean, we can, but that's what we thought at the time. So we decided the thing we had in common was love, and from love
came peace. So we decided to work for world peace.
And how do you do it?
We do it by the advertising method. We believe that today's society, advertising is the thing politicians use and commercial companies use, the Beatles use it, John and Yoko should use it. Our product is peace. Of less words and more peace. I think the only way to do it is Gandhi's way. And that's non-violent, passive, positive, or whatever they call it. We're selling it like soap, you know, and you've got to sell and sell until the housewife thinks, oh, well, there's peace or war, that's the two products. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Peace in your mind, peace on earth, peace at work, peace at home, peace in the world. It's to try and get people orientated to think peace, like eat for peace, breathe for peace, and dance for peace, and make love for peace, you know, to just have the peace like a mantra going round and round in your head.
war is a game that's gone too far, you know.
It's just like we've all just woken up one morning and thought, is it a dream, is it a nightmare, what's been going on? And we're all just trying to make the next day a bit better. Oh yeah. Don't want to waste all this film on our face, do we? Peace on Earth. Peace on Earth. That implies no violence, no starving children, no violent minds, no violent households, no violence, no frustration, no fear. If some housewife is against war, just put it in the window, you know, just to let her neighbours know or her husband know, you know, you've got to start on the home ground, like, convert your parents. We think we have the right to have a say in the future, and we think the future is made in your mind. Who says it? No, war is over if you want it.
Breathe. They're on their way.
Stay with us, darling.
Sunflower. 3 to the right, 4 to the left. Rainbow. 450. Breathe. Sunflower. Rainbow. 450. Breathe. 3 to the right. 4 to the left. Sunflower. Rainbow. 3 to the right, 4 to the left. 450. Sunflower. Rainbow. 3 to the right, 4 to the left. 450.
I never asked your name. Is that real? Sorry, I've just never seen a kid with a tattoo before. What's it mean? 11. That's your name? 11. Okay. Well, my name's Mike, short for Michael. Maybe we can call you L, short for 11. Well, okay. Night, all. Night, Mike.
have some questions.
A lot of questions. So you know how in Cosmos, Carl Sagan talks about other dimensions, like beyond our world?
Yeah, sure. Theoretically.
Right, theoretically.
So, theoretically, how do we travel there?
You guys have been thinking about Hugh Everett's many worlds interpretation, haven't you? Well, basically, there are parallel universes, just like our world, but just infinite variations of it. Which means there's a world out there where none of this tragic stuff ever happened.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about.
Oh.
We were thinking of more of an evil dimension, like the Veil of Shadows. You know the Veil of Shadows?
Echo of the material plane where necrotic and shadow magic.
Yeah, exactly. If that did exist, a place like the Veil of Shadows, how would we travel there?
Theoretically.
Well, picture an acrobat standing on a tightrope. And the tightrope is our dimension. And our dimension has rules. You can move forwards or backwards. But what if right next to our acrobat, there is a flea? Now the flea can also travel back and forth, just like the acrobat, right?
Right.
Here's where things get really interesting. The flea can also travel this way, along the side of the rope. He can even go underneath the rope.
Upside down.
Exactly.
But we're not the flea, we're the acrobat.
In this metaphor, yes, we're the acrobat.
So, we can't go upside down?
No.
Well, is there any way for the acrobat to get to the upside down?
Well, you'd have to create a massive amount of energy, more than humans are currently capable of creating, mind you, to open up some kind of tear in time and space. And then you create a doorway.
Like a gate?
Sure, like a gate. But again, this is all
theoretical.
But what if this gate already existed?
Well, if it did, I think we'd know. It would disrupt gravity, the magnetic field, our environment. Heck, it might even swallow us up whole. Science is neat, but I'm afraid it's not very forgiving.
I don't know, sometimes I feel really crazy. Hey, we're both going crazy. We'll go crazy together.
Yeah.
Crazy together.
Hello? Hello? Who is this? Will? Will? It's me. Talk to me. I'm here. Just tell me where you are, honey. I can hear you. Please. Will! Yes, it's me. It's me. Where are you? Where are you? Just talk to me. Oh, no.